The FHSA is Canada's hot new account, and in most cases, it's better to contribute to the FHSA first over the RRSP. I'll do a detailed head-to-head comparison and stick around because there are two key situations where the RRSP still comes out on top. Saving for a home, FHSA versus RRSP. With the FHSA, you can contribute up to $8,000 per year, maxing out at $40,000 over time. When you're ready to buy your house, you could withdraw the full amount tax-free. And the best part, there's no repayment required. This gives you more financial freedom and less stress, especially in those early years of home ownership. For example, take Paul. Over 5 years, he contributed the maximum to his FHSA, totaling $40,000. When it was time to purchase his home, Paul withdrew the entire amount tax-free, with no obligation to pay it back, leaving him free to focus on his new home without any financial burdens. Now, compare that with the RRSP Home Buyers Plan, or the HBP. With the HBP, Paul could withdraw up to $60,000 now tax-free. Note that this has recently been increased from $35,000. But the key point is he would need to repay it over 15 years, starting 5 years after the withdrawal. Missing a repayment could mean adding that amount to his taxable income for the year, which would bump up his tax bill. So the winner for saving for a home is the FHSA. It offers tax-free withdrawals and no repayment obligations, giving you peace of mind. Perfect for first-time homebuyers who want to avoid the financial stress of repayment. Next up, let's compare the down payment potential for the FHSA versus RRSP. Let's go back to Paul here, who contributes $8,000 annually to his FHSA for 5 years, totaling $40,000. Assuming he achieved a 6% annual rate of return, his account grows to about $45,000 by the end of those 5 years. Then, if Paul leaves the money invested for an additional 10 years, his FHSA could grow to about $80,000, giving him a much larger down payment, all tax-free when he buys a home. In comparison, if Paul uses the RRSP's home buyer's plan, he can withdraw up to $60,000 tax-free, but that's the limit. And unlike the FHSA, the RRSP withdrawal is capped at the $60,000, and he'll need to repay it over time. Winner for the down payment potential is the FHSA. It offers more flexibility and the potential for a larger tax-free down payment, especially if he doesn't need the money to buy a home right away. Tax benefits, FHSA versus RRSP. The FHSA offers a clear advantage. Contributions are tax deductible, just like the RRSP, giving you a tax break up front. However, the real benefit of the FHSA comes at withdrawal. When you use the funds to buy your first home, the withdrawal is completely tax-free. This means you can get a double tax advantage. You save both on the taxes when you contribute and again when you withdraw. Now let's look at the RRSP. Contributions are also tax deductible, providing you with that same upfront savings. If you use the HBP or the home buyer's plan, you can withdraw up to $60,000 tax-free, but the key difference is that you must repay it over that 15 years. If you miss a repayment, the missed amount is added to your taxable income for that year. For example, contributing $8,000 to your FHSA might save you around $2,000 in taxes, depending on your tax bracket. If that account grows to $10,000 and you withdraw it for a home, the entire amount is tax-free and there's no repayment required. With the RRSP, you would withdraw that money tax-free under the HBP, but you'll have to start repaying it within 5 years. And then it will eventually be taxed when you take it out, which is the key point here. It's basically just like a tax-free loan from your RRSP, which is not as effective as the FHSA. The winner for tax benefits then is the FHSA. It provides upfront tax savings, tax-free withdrawals, and the flexibility of no repayment, making it the simpler, more efficient option for homebuyers. Next up, let's compare the investment potential. Both the FHSA and RRSP offer excellent investment opportunities. Whether you want to invest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or ETFs, both accounts allow for a wide range of investment options. The key benefit is that both accounts offer tax-deferred growth, meaning you won't pay taxes on the gains while your investments grow, allowing for compounding over time. It's a bit confusing that the FHSA is labeled a savings account, since it actually functions like both a savings account and an investment account. You're not just parking cash, you can make strategic investments that have the potential to grow significantly, just like with an RRSP. Because both the FHSA and RRSP offer the same investment potential, there's no clear winner here. You could use either account to build a well-diversified investment portfolio that grows tax deferred. So the winner here is it is a tie. Both accounts allow for tax deferred growth and offer the same powerful investment opportunities. The main difference comes in how you withdraw the funds, not in how you invest in them. If you're curious about the average RSP balance to see if you're on track with your savings, check out another video I made about this. I've linked to it in the description. But next, we'll compare retirement savings of the FHSA and RRSP. When saving for retirement, the RRSP might seem like the go-to choice due to its higher contribution limits and retirement focus. After all, it does have the word retirement in its name. However, the FHSA offers a flexible and powerful alternative, even if you don't plan on buying a home. You can contribute up to $40,000 to the FHSA over time, and you have up to 15 years to use that funds for a home. And here's a key point. If you decide not to buy a home within that 15-year period, after the 15 years, the balance can be transferred into your RSP, meaning you won't lose any tax advantages. You get flexibility without losing growth potential or tax benefits. The FHSA can essentially act as a bridge to the RRSP, offering the same growth potential but with added flexibility for first-time homebuyers. The RRSP does allow for higher contributions of up to 18% of your income annually, but starting with the FHSA gives you more flexibility. You could take advantage of tax-free withdrawals for a house, and if your plans change, you could just simply transfer the funds into the RRSP without any penalties. Recently, a client of ours was debating between which to contribute to first, her FHSA or RRSP, and after learning how easily her FHSA could transfer into her RRSP without losing any contribution room to her RRSPs, she decided to go with the FHSA first. So the winner here is the FHSA. The FHSA provides tax-free withdrawals for a home and the flexibility to roll into an RSP, making it an ideal starting point for both first-time homebuyers and long-term retirement planners. US stocks and employer matching. There are two situations where the RSP is the smarter choice over the FHSA. One key example is if you're investing in US stocks. Any dividends you earn in an FHSA are hit with a 15% withholding tax, which can take a huge bite out of your returns. But with the RRSP, thanks to the US-Canada tax treaty, you avoid this tax entirely. So here's a pro tip: invest in US stocks through your RRSP, not your FHSA, to bypass that 15% withholding tax on dividends. Another advantage of the RRSP is employer matching. If your employer offers to match your RRSP contributions, that's essentially free money boosting your retirement savings. Let's say Paul's employer offers to match his RRSP contributions up to $5,000 per year. If Paul contributes $5,000 to his RRSP, his employer will add an additional $5,000, giving him a total of $10,000 in his RRSP for that year. That is a huge benefit. Unfortunately, the FHSA currently doesn't offer employer matching, so if you have access to this benefit at work, the RSP is the clear winner here. So the winner is the RSP. When it comes to avoiding US dividend taxes and taking advantage of employer matching benefits, the RSP takes the lead for long-term investors and those with strong work benefits. Overall, even if you're not saving to buy a home, the FHSA wins in most categories over the RSP. Whether it's flexibility, saving for a home, or tax advantages, the FHSA typically comes out ahead. The only time it might make more sense to prioritize an RSP is if you're heavily investing in US dividend stocks or if you're getting employer matching RSP contributions. If you still need help deciding where to save in first, the RSP or the FHSA, Blueprint Financial offers expert plans tailored to your needs. Subscribe for more insights and visit our website to explore how we can help you maximize your savings.